What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rams Project. I am Chris Nugent. I'm about to start another period of instruction. Today it's going to be about be the individual. All right? We've got to learn as men to be alone. And I struggle with this a lot. I still struggle with this, man. I like being with groups. I like doing things together. I like succeeding together. I like having a common goal with people, and that comes to the group. But to be helpful in the group, you've got to be an individual, right? If you're not being an individual, then you can't be helpful for the group. And by being an individual, I mean being alone, all right? We've got to come to terms with being alone. I know a lot of this stuff right now seems doom and gloom with my videos, but it's about to turn around, right? We're going to go from a lull of, here's the hard stuff about being a man, but here's the great, right? We're gonna move up, right? To be able to go up, you got to go down. So that's going to be a video coming up, and that'll be the turning point that you'll see when that to be going up. But anyways, back to what I'm saying about being alone. Being the individual means that you're going to care about your physical fitness. You're going to care about your family and how you are going to be for them, not just what your family can do for you, but what you can do for your family, right? The whole thing about being an individual and being alone is knowing that at the end of the day, nobody's coming to save you, right? You can hope and think and all this other stuff, but hard facts, nobody's coming to save you. Minus Jesus Christ himself, who saved you through salvation on the cross. In other things in this world, unless it's supernatural, nothing's coming to save you. You've got to get through it alone, right? So with that, what do we do with that, man? It's hard. It's hard. You've got to get to the realization that, you came into this world alone. Yes, your mother and your father were there if you're lucky. Some people didn't even have that. Some people came in literally alone, and some stranger was taking care of them. And man, God bless those people, man. I pray for those type of people. And I pray for people who go through that. But you die alone. And by on this alone, I mean is that when you come into this earth, you had to take your own first breath, right? You're going to have to take your own last breath. You've got to live in your brain. Nobody else can live in your brain. You've got to live with you. Nobody else has to live with you. You have to live with you. So that's the alone, right? How do we do that? How do we learn to be the individual in that? Well, first off, we have to conquer our lesser parts, our undesirables of who we are, right? We've got to continue to be bettering ourselves. Whether it's about being physically fit, not being fat on the couch, right? Do we love our family correctly? Do we? Do we strive for how their thoughts are on Christianity or on belief systems of where they're going to go when they die, right? Do we care if they have what they need to be successful? As husbands, do we care that our wives are equipped to be able to raise our children? Do we? To provide for our children, to give our children what they need to be successful every day. Do we care about that? And do we provide that? Also, as the individual, do we get in the Word? Are we making sure that we're growing spiritually the way we should? Also, as the individual, are we learning? Are you always learning? Are you reading a book? Are you studying something? Are you trying to better yourself? Figure out another way to be that you're not the same right now, that you can grow and be better for other people around you, right? Because the community is only as good as the individual. And if the individuals are corrupt, we see that right now, don't we? Look at a lot of stuff going on with government. I see a lot of individuals who don't think in a way that's conducive of helping the whole community, right? The whole group, right? It's a lot of me's. Well, after you get past the individual part of being selfish and you realize that being selfish will only demise you, you get past that and you start thinking of how you can help others, right? That's the ram's way. That's how you become a ram, right? Well, that's not how you become, but that's one of the ram traits, right? That's how we go from being all selfish and being servants to people, right? Yeah. Well, so we deal with that. We've got to be individuals. We've got to come to terms and realize that what we're dealing with individually, we have to conquer. And we'll have things that we won't be able to conquer, and we'll need other people around us. That's not what I'm talking about. But you got to understand in this life and how it is done, a lot of it, you are alone. And I don't mean alone like you don't have Christ with you and the Holy Spirit isn't dwelling in you and that you're able to go. I mean physically alone with things. And you're going to have to figure out things on your own. All right. Well, that's the end of this one, guys. That's the end of my period of instruction. I hope it helped out. If you would, comment down there. Go visit the Patreon. It's up. The Patreon page is up. Check it out. This only grows if y'all grow it. All right. So if we end up dead in the water, either I suck at being able to present this well, or either y'all suck because you ain't helping out. And I don't think that's the point. I think it'd probably be more me because I don't know. Still learning this thing. All right, guys. Well, all right. Well, that's the end of this. Y'all have a good one. Take care. I'm Oscar Mike.